Want to go over how to adjust our various straps that we offer. First, I've got the fabric strap right here. There's the one with the fabric top, neoprene underside, and it's got the tips here, the man-made leather, and very straightforward. You pretty much just pull on this adjustment to lengthen it and pull it back. It's pretty straightforward. So the other feature of this fabric strap is you can take off the tail. If you wanted to replace it with a longer one, we offer that on our website as well. And it slips right in. There you go. And this is our Recoil strap. It comes in two widths, a 2.5 and a 3.5 inch wide. The 3.5 is David Ellefson's signature strap. They both adjust the same way. Basically, the front and back adjust in length so you can fine tune the position of your instrument. All you got to do is pull up to release it, and you can pull up or down to find a length, and you just squeeze it back in. And same thing happens on the front. You can just adjust that way, push it back down. The excess part of the strap just goes under the cover, so it's not visible when you're playing, and you don't feel it because you got the neoprene on your shoulder. So that is the Recoil strap. Let me show you how to adjust the Solace Strap Neo. This comes in two widths. This is a 2.5 inch wide one. There's also a really wide 4-inch version that's very popular, and they both adjust the same way. So as you can see, there's a cover here, cover piece, and then this is a tail piece. It looks almost continuous, but it's kind of an illusion because the tail goes under and is attached by these thumb screws. So all you got to do is unscrew it by hand. We keep this fairly, not tightened down all the way from the factory. So you can just use your fingers to unscrew these one at a time. And I'm holding these parts right now because you'll see in a second that it's easier if you have them in there. Okay. So now that I've loosened them, all I got to do is basically adjust it in increments of each hole, which is about 1 inch at a time. They're one inch apart. So once you find your ideal length, you just hold it down and put the screws back in. And once you get the right length for this, you want to just use a screwdriver and tighten this down all the way. So that'll be pretty much set permanently, semi-permanently, okay? Okay, just for the sake of time, I'm gonna screw 2 screws in and just kind of show you. There you go, so now it's longer. There you go. Now this is the Solo strap, the genuine leather strap that we offer. It's got 2 adjustment systems that we've offered. Now this has the latest one, which is we call the slide lock. So previously, in our various straps, we've used these thumb screws. That's a little more tedious to adjust, but it is quite strong when you've got it down. This is much quicker, the slide locks. So how it works is basically you slide it off, just like that. You pop it up, you do the other one. And you can just take these off, and it basically unlatches and lets the tail strap loose to be adjusted however you want. So let's say this is the length that I want. You can do this too. You can actually have it from the underside too, but we recommend that you go from the bottom in so that your locks don't get disturbed when you're playing. But just for the sake of this demo, let me go ahead and do it the easier way, is to show you very clearly how that works. So once you get that through in there, you basically just slide it locked. So the second one, go like that, take your piece, and it locks. It clicks in place, so it's very easy to recognize that it's in there and it's done. So you get your length correct, You just do that, experiment a little bit and how the fit and length that you want, and you're pretty much ready to go from that point. Be sure to also pick up, you know, the strap locks that we offer on our website. Really good to have in your instrument and make sure that it's secure. Let me show you how to adjust the duo strap. This is the neoprene version. We have two versions. The other one is a genuine leather one, the Damien Erskine signature version. And this is the neoprene version. They work the same way, have the same dimensions and everything, and they have the same way of adjusting. We recently introduced these slide locks that have replaced these thumb screws that we were using before, which is much faster to adjust, although the duo strap still uses one thumb screw for the part where the second strap pivots. Okay, so for that one, very easy. You just hold down one side and just unscrew that. There you go, set that aside, and that comes off. So usually you want to just keep it there, so when you're adjusting the length of your the tail strap for your ideal length, that doesn't have to be moved. But let me show you the slide lock. Just like that, all you got to do is slide it to one side and it unlocks it. There you go. And then you just pull this out. Okay, so say I wanted to adjust my tail strap in shorter like this. So you just pretty much route that screw through that hole, and the screw is long enough to hold 3 layers. And for the sake of this demo, I'm going to go ahead and go from the bottom out. We recommend that you go from the top in so that the lock doesn't get disturbed when you're playing. Ensure that stays in place. But this is how it works. You pretty much just set it right there and you push it and it locks. You kind of feel a click on there so you know that it's secure. Just like that. And there you go. And here's the second strap. And I have a video of how to adjust this in a more in-depth video, how to adjust the kind of the comfort of your duo strap. And you can go ahead and check that out. But this goes right back in there. You use the thumb screw to secure it. Once you find your place, you'd want to use a screwdriver to tighten that down to make sure that it doesn't get loose. But that's it.